got a good question. What squads never got to fulfill their potential besides Vanguard Optic?
Um, but like,
What do you mean
what do you
by
mean fulfill
Vanguard
your
Optic?
potential?
This is what this Reddit post says. So let's say like a team that didn't fulfill their potential. Like you saw this
Well,
team should.
explain how Vanguard Optic fits that bill.
Hey, this wasn't mine. This was the guys in the Reddit things. You know what I'm saying? It's the question.
Do you think Optic Vanguard didn't fulfill their potential?
What? I think they fulfilled it. They won an event. I feel
That's
like
what I'm saying. So how didn't they?
it'd be fulfill their potential.
Yeah, that's what I'm asking. Like, what is that? What is he looking for?
I don't know. I don't know.
Talking about like the
He just
scump.
he's asking what teams like have you know what I'm saying haven't fulfilled their potential or never fulfilled their
I think that
potential.
question's too vague.
How? Like what
I don't
team do
know.
you
It's
think that
just
was like super good on paper that you think could have done really well that didn't fulfill their potential live up to the
There's only
potential?
one.
Who?
I just think the question's wrong to start with. Like, there's not any cases where Optic didn't fulfill potential. The only team that's ever
We're not talking about optic. We're just it's a general question.
what
it's
other
only
teams?
phase.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. Is phase they could have won champs, but they didn't.
Probably should have run champs like 4 years in a row,
I'm just
Yeah,
we're saying like a team like so let's say you built a team right
yeah.
right?
and it's on paper and this team should do really well on paper but they did never like do well.
Yeah.
That's what I'm meaning. That's what the
Yeah,
question is.
phase.
I would say phase.
There they are.
So Phase Vanguard.
Phase
It's phase in
Vanguard.
general.
Phase the last 3 years. Phase
Somebody
MW2.
somebody
Phase
said
Vanguard.
somebody said IW Phase with Gunless on the roster.
It's
What
not
like
hard.
Zuma?
I guess
What was their roster on IW?
somebody
Zuma,
s-
Gunless. I don't know. I don't know. I feel like that question is it's like it's kind of a weird question.
not really.
I would say FaZe is the only team that's like god tier on paper, and they just could never win something big or
I'd say,
Because
consistent.
yeah, because I agree. Because every other roster is like won an event. Like that's what you're hoping
Yeah,
for, right? Just to win one at least.
yeah.
I'd say the Empire team on Cold War.
But who?
The Empire
It's
team in Cold War.
easy.
Yeah, Empire and Cold War. That's a good one too. Yeah, Empire and Cold War. I think they could have won champs. They never won an event, right?
Nope,
Or did they win one?
they didn't.
I
They
mean,
did, right?
You could say that Cold War you could say that Cold War Optic team too.
Yeah. You could say that too. Cold War Optic. Yeah.
I mean, I don't think so.
Why not? They had
You
like a
don't think
lot
Optic
of
Cold War on paper were not bad? Didn't seem like a super team.
I
them
mean,
team.
like it's kind of like the question's kind of charged to who you think should be winning. And so if we go to Cold
Yeah, that's a
War,
good
I
point. Yeah.
FaZe is just well above all of those teams. So I don't feel like any team could fulfill potential when you're playing against Cold War FaZe. They were
Yeah.
just way better.
I'm just saying like teams. You know what I'm saying that look really good on paper. You know what I'm saying. It's opinion. Those
Yeah,
are
It's
that's what I'm
it's an
saying.
opinionated question as
It's
well.
kind of different than like
Daedrin, it's not supposed to be super analytical. Give it a fucking
That's-
question, man. It's for,
I feel like
for
the,
some
I feel like the
content.
question's just
Holy
super simple,
shit.
bruh.
Holy
It's super fucking
shit.
simple.
Okay, I'm just naming off a team. You're like, oh no,
No, you're
Cold War
right. No,
Phase,
DJ,
of
you're right though.
course.
Cold War
course.
Optic, they should have won something.
Like we're talking about IW Gunless Phase, like bro, what? Optic, Cold War Empire, bro, like Phase, like what are we doing?
I mean, we're talking about teams that had the
It's just
potential to win.
it's
They didn't.
banter. It's just banter.
It's like, bro, it's nothing to be taken crazy.
They were never gonna win.
Ooh, I think
Who?
Empire got close to winning.
Empire
Got
got close
close.
to winning.
I think they
Everybody
should
else was
have
just
won.
better.
I think they should have won. They choked against
Yeah, close is
Toronto.
not winning, but close proves the point that they should have won.
They close. They really choked. They choked hard at
Yeah.
champs. It was bad.
Yeah, they did choke bad at champs. I think I remember that.
But not to say they were gonna be phased or anything, but you know what I'm saying? I feel like they could have had one.
But the way FaZe played in Cold War was how they should have been playing throughout other games. That could be a hot take, but
That's
on
why I feel
paper-
like the question just kind of doesn't make any sense.
How does it not make any sense?
no, it makes sense.
FaZe
It makes
lost.
sense.
They FaZe lost in Cold War. You know what I'm saying? It's not like they didn't win. They won every event. They lost.
What events did they win in Cold War? Was it like 3 out of the 5?
Yeah, like
I
three
think
out of
won
five.
4. Yeah,
3 out of
3.
5.
3 out of 5, right? FaZe, but the thing is, like, the tricky thing is FaZe, that Cold War roster on FaZe, like, they should have continued to win after that. But they didn't.
Definitely choked in Vanguard. You make
Oh yeah, I would
finals
say
every fucking time. you
Optic
lose.
Cold War, I would say FaZe last 4 years. What else? Um, I don't know. What about like in the Jetpack era? What teams besides Optic should have been winning more?
I think that Black Ops 3 phase team coming off of
Was it
AW.
Clay, Attach, Zuma, Enable?
Yes, that was one.
Yeah,
I'm like,
yeah,
bro,
they
what
should
the
have won
fuck
more,
happened?
huh?
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's very true. I, yeah, I don't know. Kind of a tricky question.
I don't say it's really true. I'm just looking at team on paper that look good. You think should win.
Yeah,
I mean, it's definitely opinionated, but or say based off like the history of some players together. You know what they've done in the past, and then saying like, hey, they should probably be winning.
yeah.
It's like saying that Brooklyn Nets team when they had Kevin Durant, James Harden, Kyrie Irving should have won a championship. You know what I'm saying? It's like that.
I think I know. I mean, honestly, I don't pay attention too much to basketball, but it sounds like Kyrie Irving, all of those dudes sound like they should have won together.
It's like saying you put LeBron James and Steph Curry
Yeah,
and
that's
Kevin Durant on one team and they don't win. Like, they didn't fulfill their
yeah,
potential. That's what you know what I'm saying.
yeah, that makes
Like, these
sense.
players is great. They